Don't believe everything you think. Chapter 6. How the human experience is created. The three principles. If the only thing people learned was not to be afraid of their experience, that alone would change the world. Sydney Banks. At its fundamental level, the human experience is created by these three principles: universal mind, consciousness, and thought. These three principles work together to allow us to experience everything we do in life. And if one of the three is missing, we wouldn't be able to experience anything. These principles were first discovered by Sydney Banks, and now I have the humbling privilege to share them with you. Understanding these three principles enable us to know how we can alleviate ourselves from our suffering, but also allows us to create from source. Universal mind. Universal mind is the intelligence behind all living things. It is the life force and energy that is in all things. It is how an acorn knows how to grow into a tree, how the planets know how to stay in orbit, and how our bodies know how to heal itself when we get a cut. It's how our bodies know how to self-regulate and keep us alive without us having to manually do everything like breathing and beating our heart. The intelligence that knows how to do all of this and is in all things is called the universal mind. Many people call this God, infinite intelligence, the quantum field, source, and other names. This is where thoughts comes from, as well as everything else in the universe. All things are connected by universal time. There seems to be separation between things. It is merely an illusion of our thinking. When we are connected to universal mind, we feel whole, fulfilled, filled with love, joy, peace, and inspiration. It is only when we begin thinking, believing the illusion or ego, that we block this flow of universal mind and begin to feel separated, frustrated, lonely, angry, resentful, sad, depressed, and fearful. Universal consciousness. Universal consciousness is the collective consciousness of all things. It is what allows us to be aware that we exist and aware of our thoughts. Without universal consciousness, we wouldn't be able to experience anything. Our five senses would have no use because there is nothing to be aware of. This is what brings things to life and makes them perceivable to us. Universal thought. Universal thought is the raw material of the universe from which we can create from. It is our ability to think and create form from the energy of the universal mind. It's the object we can perceive through consciousness. Without thought, we would have nothing to be aware of. Thought is like the DVD that contains all the information for us to be able to watch the movie on the TV. The TV and DVD player is like consciousness. It allows us to have a mechanism to bring the information on the DVD to life for us to be able to watch and experience the movie. The electricity that's needed to power the DVD player and TV is like universal mind in the sense that it is the invisible energy force that connects and powers all things. It is the source from which everything can work and function.